Hi, this is Rori Raye, and welcome to Siren of the Hip. This is about all things physical. Hips, pains, aches, muscles, soreness, hormones, autoimmune, whatever you're experiencing. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from you so that I can do some research and get some experts to talk about what's bothering you. And I will be interviewing experts all throughout this to back me up or refute me. And basically, I just wanted to share everything I've learned over all this time. So I've created basically a programmatical kind of method of 10 points. They don't go in any order, but I realized I did put them in an order of importance to me. So maybe they'll be an order of importance to you once you learn them all. Most of them you may never have heard of. So number one, Siren of the Hip list, is Feldenkrais, the Feldenkrais method. It's not that far out. In college, we were taught it, and it's a staple for any physical therapist training in most colleges. And it is awesome. What it does is it teaches you to become aware of your body and where it is, how it feels, the tension it's holding. It's just an amazing, amazing thing to learn for your whole life. Number two is something you may not have heard of. It's called DNS, or Dynamic Neuromuscular Stabilization. It is an entire methodology that's based on the learning that they did in Eastern Europe about how babies learn to use their muscles and get up and turn over and crawl and then walk. But the important part of it for me is the breathing that results in the abdominal work. In other words, it's how you use your abs. It's finding your abs. If you, like me, have been to Pilates and other trainers, you're using your abs in a way that for me is very damaging. That involves your pelvic floor. I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this. It involves your pelvic floor and all the, to me, dreaded Kegels. And anything that has to do with buttoning up in front or closing up or smiling or zippering or holding or engaging your core, that to me is not where it's at. DNS is a whole new way to use those abs. I was introduced to it many years ago by a physical therapist who worked for Cirque du Soleil Europe. And I didn't really understand it then, but I did incorporate it, and it has made a huge difference in my life. And I found a wonderful Pilates teacher out here who now teaches it, and she's been amazing for me. Number three is testing. So many tests out there, like confetti, and really important. So I'll run down the ones I think are important when we get to that video. Number four is trigger point therapy. Ah, yes. This is where your muscles get a knot or a trigger point that sends energy down into other places in your body. But the important thing is the knots, you want to get them out on rollers and balls, and there are very specific ways to do it and not do it. But when a muscle is in pain or bound up, it won't fire. And that means it'll shove off the work that it needs doing if you're out walking or running onto other muscles, smaller muscles that are not supposed to be doing that work. Number five is strength training. And for me, the chief one there is Egoscue, the Egoscue method, if you hadn't heard of it. It's kind of boring and it takes a long time to do. So it's probably not a favorite unless you've tried it and you see how great it works. It's pretty much isometric. It'll be fun when we get to that. Number six, got my list down on my lap here, is all about food and supplements and props like shoes and orthotics and all of that, which is really a big deal for me. It all starts at the bottom, in my opinion. And the food and the supplements, I mean, we'll all want everything, so we're really going to look at that. Number seven is NUCCA chiropractic. NUCCA stands for basically Atlas adjustment. It's very painless, and it has personally kept me going for many, many, many years. Number eight is, now we're in Rori Raye land, use your emotions. Find them, get in touch with them, use them properly. use them to actually make so many changes in the way you feel. Number 9 is give up the result. Yes, be surprised. When we're hung on a result, we may get there, but it might not be the right result. We may have a plan in mind, but it might not be the best thing. Just getting out of pain, for me, is often a result that I would go for, and yet sometimes I can make an adjustment, or what I call recruiting or overcompensating, that actually is not helpful and will bring pain later on. Number 10 is the one against all advice. Google it. Look it up. Research it. Yes, you can also get into support groups and all kinds of things that are painful and wrong and steer you down the wrong river, and that will not help you at all, and you want to buy too many supplements. However, knowledge is a great thing. Learning what a spine looks like, what scoliosis is, learning about different people that are out there who can help, what thoughts are, that's a good thing. You would possibly not have found me and this video series if you hadn't Googled it. So we're going to concentrate on each one in turn. So I'll see you in the next videos.